Welcome back to Talk to the Town. If you've ever wanted to learn more about the Cambridge Winery, now is your chance. We have Frank Peregrine here to talk about the development of Cambridge Winery. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Great to have you on today.
Glad to be here.
Let's start with talking about how long Cambridge Winery has been in business.
Well, we've been operating a tasting room in Madison on Whitney Way for about a year. In fact, our 1-year anniversary is coming up in a few days.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank
Very
you.
Cool.
And during the past year, we've acquired property in Cambridge, which is becoming our vineyard and will become our winery as well. We acquired the property last April and planted about 4 acres of grapes.
Wow.
Since then, roads, water, and sewer have gone in. It's part of a general development of residential living among the vineyards. And this fall, we acquired the former Matt Kenseth Fan Club Museum, which is becoming our event center in Cambridge, right on Highway 12 and 18. So a lot has happened in the 1 year.
It sounds like you've made a lot of changes and a lot of growth. And I mean, look at that. The huge development is happening. Very cool.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely both there. Lots of fun, lots of work. Congratulations, though. I mean, that's a lot to accomplish in a year's time. And it sounds like you just have so many great things coming ahead as well. So what kind of wines are you guys serving today?
Well, we have to start by serving wines that we didn't produce directly because our winery's not built yet.
Right, because the trees were, the grapes were just planted and
Correct.
everything like that.
And so we've actually been sourcing wines from California under our own name and our own formulas and those sort of things. We go to California frequently to do tastings and blendings, and that's what we've been serving in the Cambridge, in the tasting room on Whitney Way. We will be serving the same wines in Cambridge as soon as the event center there opens. In the meantime, we began making Wisconsin wines this fall with another friendly winery in the state. So we'll have 2015 Wisconsin wines to add to the collection. And we're going to be building our own winery in the next year or so. And our 2016 and 17 wines we'll be producing on site.
Oh, how exciting. Yeah, I was curious about that because, all this has happened so fast for you and grapevines take a while to produce, but this is really neat. It sounds like you've got a great setup and you've still been able to create your own proprietary blends and wines and recipes, but just, being able to source them out of California, which is really neat.
That's right. The grapes that we produce ourselves can be called estate wines. So when you see estate wines, it meant that the winery grew the grapes on site, made the wine on site, and bottled it on site. So we've been acquiring Wisconsin fruit in 2015, as I had mentioned. We can't call that estate wine, though. So eventually we will have our own estate wines.
Yeah, that'll be coming up very shortly, it sounds like. So what can a customer expect when they come to the tasting room today on Whitney Way?
Well, the tasting room is there to allow customers to sample various wines. We have about 12 wines on hand, 6 whites and 6 reds. Typically, a tasting would consist of a flight of all whites or all reds or a blend of whatever the customer would like. There's a modest charge for that, which we waive if they purchase some wine. We also have some small plates available for appetizers. You could make a meal out of it, I suppose, but that's there to help assist with the tastings.
Sure. What kind of small plates are you offering?
We have things like hummus, meat and cheese platters. Occasionally we'll have pizza. Those sort of things.
Some nice light appetizers. And I think that's really good, like you said, to kind of like cleanse your palate too and prepare yourself to sample another wine.
That's correct. In Cambridge, we're putting in a full kitchen. It'll be there mainly to serve as a banquet facility, but we'll have a more extensive menu that will be available to the public as well.
So there's going to be, you're going to have that event center, you're going to have a banquet, you're going to offer banquets. Now, are you guys going to allow people to do like weddings there or corporate meetings or events?
Absolutely. We've already booked a corporate fundraising event. We've booked a graduation party, and we've booked a wedding.
Oh, one of each.
We have 3 more weddings that are considering us later in the summer right now. So there's been quite a bit of activity already.
It sounds like it. I mean, I'm sure that'd be a gorgeous, gorgeous venue to have any of those events at. So
absolutely.
It's nice to have that kind of right in our backyard, so close to Madison, have a vineyard right around.
That's right. And in the vineyard itself, we are constructing features that allow weddings out by the fountain and in the vineyard and by a gazebo and those sort of things. Those aren't built yet. They are being designed and will be built shortly.
That'll be lovely. Well, Frank, thank you so much for telling us more about Cambridge Winery. While you guys are all waiting for this development to be finished, make sure to go check out the tasting room on Whitney Way. Thanks again for coming on and sharing more about Cambridge Winery.
You're welcome.
It's been great having you. And we'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Don't go anywhere.